This is probably my first and last time ever doing this. I don't intend on doing this again. This is an NBA channel. I expect to keep it this way, but there's no safe place for me right now. I just came back in the house from taking a walk, just to disconnect of some sort. But I want to start this video off by congratulating the Packers. They played a hell of a game, and I consider myself to be a reasonable Cowboys fan, and we have a history with the Packers, so that alone was enough for me not to underestimate them as an opponent. It's just so funny how coaching and the players and anything that can go wrong goes wrong every single time the Cowboys hit the playoffs. It's X's and O's, it's culture, it's penalties, it's all that shit. The first thing is, again, penalties. We had 2 penalties on the first defensive drive. The first 2 plays from scrimmage on defense was phenomenal. I believe we stopped an Aaron Jones run, and then we tackled Jordan Love. He was trying to run, and they were setting up for a 3rd and long. Then a Deron Bland penalty wipes away the play that we made, and the Packers go down the field. They get to the red zone. Now it's 3rd and medium in the red zone, the first possession, and DeMarcus Lawrence jumps off sides. Now it's 3rd and 2. They score a touchdown. Every single time we get to the playoffs, this messes up on everybody in the organization, coaches and players. The IQ, the mind of all of everybody, it fucks up when we have a tough matchup or we're against a formidable playoff team. It goes to shit, bro. It literally goes to shit. And I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know what it is. But in terms of offensive coaching, right? The Cowboys don't exude physicality. They don't take it to the other team. And there's a way to be physical, right? The physical I'm talking about is not ramming Tony Pollard a between the tackles back up the middle 15 times a game. They only run to meet a quota. You've seen how the Packers ran and schemed up. They window dressed the fuck out of every run. It was motions on 80% of their runs, and on some of them, it was multiple motions, going right across the field and coming back. A lot of misdirections, right? They didn't just run Aaron Jones beside the center every fucking time. And so much, I hate shotgun runs. It was effective in short spots, right? But when you run in shotgun, the majority time you're only going one way. The Cowboys don't do any misdirection, like they don't do any counters. So when you line up in shotgun, the defense understands, okay, we have to shift this way on most occasions when it's a shotgun run. And then we get under center and we show some trace of traditional football, hand the ball off to Pollard, and he goes for 8 or 9 yards when he goes to the outside and we're under center. That happened twice. The next play after that was a shotgun run. Didn't go anywhere. In the first half, there was minimal motion. These last 10 weeks of the regular season, the Cowboys have been really good at getting CeeDee Lamb on the move, using motion to get them open. And in big games, again, we played the Bills in Buffalo. Our offense was so stagnant. After coming off 6 straight weeks of using it and it working, the coaching staff just says, no, we're not doing that no more. And then in the playoffs, you do that. Why? Well, it's the Cowboys way, right? Your coaching and your players, their minds don't work. If you have an offensive line like the Cowboys do, a lot of times in the run game, you don't need creativity. Like I said, when we went under center, it was probably 3 or 4 times the entire game. And we went to the outside zone, we had success. But on the plays where the Cowboys went 12 personnel, that's 2 tight ends, the Packers knew we were running the ball because you made it so obvious, and now they can stop it. The coaching blows my mind. And then on defense, I absolutely loved Dan Quinn's tenure here as a defensive coordinator. He turned his defense around. He created a turnover machine group for a number of seasons, right? But he also falls victim to just absolutely being stupid in big games. When the fuck have the Cowboys ran this much zone? For better or for worse, we have been a man-oriented team the entire season. First 2 possessions of the game, we get the Packers to 3rd down. Romeo Doubs is wide open in the same place twice with nobody near him because we're running zone. And now, I'm not saying you should just run man every play. That's not what I'm saying, because we also got cooked in man, right? The defense was horrible, right? The play calling did not help. The defense was horrible. Jordan Love had an amazing game. I don't even want to take anything away from Jordan Love. But the nigga was playing pitch and catch the entire game. He was throwing to open receivers 30 yards down the field the entire game. If we play man, Gilmore gets smoked. Bland commits a penalty. We play zone. Dobbs is wide open. And this is why you need Trayvon Diggs. I've been saying it the whole year. People been disregarding it because, oh, the Cowboys were a great defense. Cool. You have an all-pro cornerback who has improved immensely in coverage these last couple of years. He's sitting on the bench because he's hurt. You're missing that. Bland was an all-pro. Gilmore has been good this year. But imagine if you had another all-pro cornerback that can make plays on the football and not get torched on the same route 3 times. And then you might not even have to allocate any other defenders to his side because he was so good before he got hurt. Now imagine if you had Trayvon in man and the other guys in zone, and you had maybe Gilmore in man and you had the other guys just matching up. That makes everything so much easier, right? Micah Parsons dropped back in coverage on a 3rd down. This is exactly what I'm talking about the Cowboys coaches. When the fuck, especially on a 3rd down, especially on a passing down, why are we trying new shit in the playoffs? You waited till the first round of the playoffs to drop Micah back in coverage on 3rd down. Just another example of the coach. It's a culture thing. It's something in the organization that says when we have a big game, our heads, our IQ, our football acumen, it does not work. And we cannot be the people that we were when we were winning. Now to the players. Dak Prescott. Dak had an amazing season. And if you say otherwise, you're just hating. I said this at the beginning of the season. I was like, there's something trending inside of me that says that, no matter what we do, I need to see in the playoffs, which is true. But naturally, as a fan, if you see somebody have an MVP type season, you're gonna gravitate towards that, and you're gonna be happy for them, and you're going to defend them when somebody says something bad about them. Jordan Love played great the last 8 weeks of the season. His support started to rise when he played good. At the beginning of the season, he was cool. He was cool at the beginning of the season. At the end of the season, he played like a top 5 quarterback. That's when the support rose. That's how the shit works. Dak played good the entire season. The support rose. That's how it's supposed to be. I've been saying that Dak hasn't cost us playoff games. The only one that I will even argue about, which is cool, right? I will agree with this one, is last year against the 49ers. He did not play good, right? He only had one weapon, which was CeeDee Lamb. Tony Pollard got hurt in the first half. His second receiver was T.Y. Hilton. All that went against him, but he did not play good in that game. And the defense played good, as the 49ers only scored about 17 points. He didn't score over 17 points. The game is his fault. Cool. I'm cool with that. But Dak has not played terrible in the playoffs. In this game, he played bad. He's not a playoff riser. It's either he's playing okay and he's playing not enough to be the problem, but he's definitely not the answer, or against the 49ers like he was bad. Today he was bad. But I can't confidently say that he cost us this game. My defense gave up 41 points. I'm not expecting Dak to score 41 points. And maybe that means he's not the answer, because you need a quarterback in the playoffs that can score 41 points sometimes. And because I don't trust Dak to do that, maybe that means he's not the answer. He honestly is not the answer. But when people say get rid of Dak, who the fuck are we getting? That's my only problem. I don't care if you say Dak isn't the guy. That's fine, bro. Especially in the playoffs, that's fine. But tell me, who are we gonna get that is? You can't. There's no path to a guy at quarterback. There's no path to a guy at quarterback. There is none. So we're gonna be stuck in this purgatory until Dak rises in the playoffs. Sweep the coaches. Sweep them all. It's a culture thing. Jerry Jones got to go. It's never going to happen until he lays. It's going to be a sad day, but the coaches have to be wiped out. Straight like that, because it's a culture thing. The penalties, the play calling, the IQ of everybody when we have a big game dips, bruh. It's like clockwork. It dips. It dips for no reason at all. It just dips, bruh. I just don't understand how every big game, we have success in the games prior, in the weeks prior, And the things we have success with, we stop doing. And the things we don't do, we start doing. How do you do that? Are you trying to lose? Are you trying to lose? The last thing I'll say is the pressure definitely got to them. When the fuck have Dak and CD been that out of sync? They haven't been that out of sync since the San Fran game. And that was 12 weeks ago. But of course, as soon as you get to the playoffs, now everything wants to go to shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. And again, the defense was fucking horrible. You can say what you want about Dak, he didn't play good. You can say what you want about the offense, they didn't play good. But our defense gave us no chance in this game. They gave us no chance at all. We gave up 41 points in a playoff game, bruh. 41 points. I'm excluding the 7 because of the pick six, of course. They gave up 41 fucking points, bruh. We had no chance because they never got a consecutive stop the entire game. The coaching need to be wiped out. I don't know who the fuck we're going to get. It just cannot be Mike. It can't be Dan. No, please, God, no. I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep, it's a never ending cycle. We have talent. We're one of the most talented teams in the league, but our coaching does not help us in the playoffs at all. Our players act like they never been there before, and it's just something with the Cowboys culture. That's that. Leave a like if you like to see me upset. Everybody likes to see the Cowboys lose. A lot of people only come out when the Cowboys do something bad, so I guess I understand that. But leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next NBA video. So, peace.